What looked like a quiet start eventually picked up momentum and we managed yet another fresh record high for ourselves. In fact, we got pretty close to even clocking the 13,800 mark in the Nifty futures. We were just about 15 or 10 odd points away from that mark and then petered down just that wee bit to close in higher by about 0.5%. On closing, the Nifty futures were around 13,750 in trade. It was a bit of a tug of war within the Nifty while Divis Labs, after hitting that 1 lakh crore rupee market capitalization mark, was one of the key winners. You also had HDFC Bank, HDFC, which were key gainers in today's trading session. L&T, which managed to hit a record high for itself. Bajaj Finance was a big winner today, as was Indusind Bank. But there was lots on the losing side as well. So Hindalco was a key drag. Along with that, Tata Steel as well was a laggard in trade today. The metals trade has clearly been coming off. You also had Coal India from amongst the metals index, which was a laggard in trade, as was the case with Maruti, Hindustan Unilever, BPCL, IOC, JSW Steel, Bajaj Auto, Tata Motors. So a mix of autos as well as metals were the ones which were dragging in trade. It was an unusual move when it came to the broader markets, although they started off outperforming the benchmark indexes, but soon after gave up their gains to finally close in favor of the declines. Almost about 98 F&O stocks standing to the declines within the F&O universe. What was dragging within the F&O universe today was the entire PSU trade. That has been coming off. You've got PNB, which lost about 6% today on the futures. SAIL, which was down about 5%. BOB was down. NALCO. So largely it's the PSUs which were the big drag today. Lots of newsmakers. After the sugar subsidy, you have the sugar stocks, which were really the sweet pocket today. Pick up any name and that was holding up, as was the case yesterday as well, in anticipation of this subsidy by the government. So today was no different. Most of these stocks were holding up, as was the case with Jubilant FoodWorks as well, with their foray now into the biryani segment with Ekdum biryani. That was the one which was really flying high and was hot I should say, in today's trading session, was holding up by about 5% on the futures. Similar was a move on Page Industries as well. This was another big mover with a near 5% move coming in the futures. Berger Paints, Divis Labs, like I earlier mentioned, and SRF were some of the other key winners in trade today. Sectorally, let me just give you a color of what was happening, because most of the sector indexes actually closed in the red, while of course there were relative outperformers when it came to a cement, or for that matter even an FMCG, but automobiles was a laggard, banks were a laggard, capital goods were a laggard, media, metals, oil and gas, pharmaceuticals, telecom, these were all part of the laggards. There was only one sector actually within the F&O universe which was holding out today, and that's got to be the textile sector. That saw massive gains, led by Page Industries and the other one being SRF, which managed to hold out. So good session all in all. Hope for better cues tomorrow morning and higher moves on the Nifty.